Hello, fellow creators. It's Jessica with DIY Art Studios, and this is DIY Quarantine, hashtag Creative Thursdays. This is episode 3, so if you're joining me, thank you for coming back. If you're new, thank you for finding me. Just so you're aware, every week I provide a surprise project, and I reveal what the project is on Thursdays. And so on Monday, I post the materials that are needed so that people can start collecting them and having them ready for the debut on Thursdays at 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. So you can always see the posts and the episodes here on my feed. I wanted to do a quick little recap for those of you that have already created with me, as well as for the newbies that would like to see a taste of what it is that I have to offer. So episode 1, we created 3D paper sculptures, if you can remember. Very, very simple, but look how gorgeous these outcomes are. Simple paper strips rolled and squeezed into a frame. That's basically what we did. There's a lot of other options that I give you, and you can watch the episode's entirety on my feed. Last week, we used some common items to make gorgeous milk, marbled paper. And you can see the beautiful, vibrant colors that were created here. The one thing I like about the milk marbled paper is that it has a softness to it. And you don't get that all the time when you mix colors together and dip the paper into the marbling effect. So milk has just a special quality to it. I've put mine on postcards, and so I just wanted to engage each of you. If you have a special soldier in your family or a friend, please message me their name and their address, and I will personally mail out some artwork to them to thank them for our services. So today's episode is going to utilize a special quote. You can pick any quote that you want. It can be inspirational, it can be spiritual, it can be hilarious, it could be from a book, from a movie, but whatever quote you pick, we're going to be writing it out. And I don't want to worry you about how well your handwriting is or how you can do script. None of that matters. I'm going to go through some simple steps and some suggestions. So there is a way that you don't have to write, but I want to just give you that opportunity. So this is the quote written out. You can see that I'm going to write it out in pencil and then trace in black Sharpie. And then we're going to add a really gorgeous coloration in the background. So this is done with something unexpected, a Ziplock bag and markers. And these are absolutely amazing to frame. So you can do this with any quotes. And Father's Day is coming up, so I thought it would be kind of cute to do something even with kids' handwriting where they can write something out to their dad. So I'm gonna dive in here. I hope you're ready, because I am. And if you have any questions, always feel free to message me or comment below. All right. So for our materials today, ruler, paper, I would suggest watercolor paper. You can always try with whatever you have on hand, but it's the best outcome. Black Sharpie, washable markers, as many or as few as you want, a Ziploc bag, spray bottle, and your favorite quotes. And so this is just a visual of the items needed. I'm starting here with making straight lines. There's a little bit of pre-planning that happens. When you know how long your quote is, visualize how you want it broken up on your paper so that you have enough space for all the words. And then make ruler marks for however much space you need. Now I am handwriting my quote. Something simple to start with is capital letters. Anybody can kind of take their time, write slowly, write lightly. Even I make mistakes. So here I am just kind of going back and correcting an area that I wasn't happy with. But if you are not happy with writing out your own quote, you can always print lettering onto the watercolor paper with a printer. You can also color on the back of a quote with pencil and place that paper on top of your official paper and trace. So carbon paper or coloring on the back of a paper can help you. But just so you know, I could do an entire series on how to write. So just do your best, and also realize this is a unique opportunity to make your own type of design with your own lettering, your own handwriting. So here I am. I traced everything in black and I'm erasing all of the pencil lines. You want to have it nice and clean before we move on. So you can see I'm also going back and adding a little bit of thickness in certain areas of the script. I tend to leave the capital words alone. I don't go back and retrace those. So if your baggie is not as big as your quote, it's okay, but you want to get the biggest Ziploc baggie you can. I also have my water bottle close. Choose whatever marker colors you want. I know right now you don't know the outcome yet, like what is this gonna do? How bright is it gonna be? But just trust the colors that you wanna use. If you want them to be warm, cool, rainbow, maybe you wanna have a blue theme and use different tones of blue. Just be really creative in the way that you select your colors. So here I am just adding directly to the Ziploc bag. And if you want to move your quote when you do this, that's totally fine. I've done this already, so I'm pretty careful. I'm gonna then spray it with the water. So as I do that, you can see it bubbles up, droplets on top of the Ziploc bag. And then I carefully flip it over and you can see how it has this like watery, wet effect. It almost looks like watercolor. And so if you have to, you can always pull the bag down a little bit lower to stretch it out to cover all of your words. And this might take some practice before you get it right, but it's a fairly simple step to make this gorgeous backdrop behind your quote. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, thank you for joining me, and please share this video. My intention is to have as many of you create as possible. So enjoy, and see you next time.